Hey everybody, welcome back to 90 and Out. I'm your host, Timothy Holt, and this channel is all about the public reading and understanding of the Christian Bible. This series covers the parables of Jesus of Nazareth. He was is well known for speaking in parables or word pictures, stories. There are close to 40 of them recorded in the four Gospels. We're going to continue looking at this one. If you haven't seen the previous episode covering new and old clothing, check that out. I'm going to be referencing that quite a bit because this episode covers the wineskins, and they definitely go hand in hand in all three recordings. They're right after each other, so they go hand in hand. Definitely check that out. I'll put a link. I think it's going to be up there. Might be on this side, but it's the eye with a circle around it. So check that out. Without further ado, let's dive right in. We're going to be reading from the Gospel according to Matthew, as well as Mark and Luke today, who record this particular parable. So Matthew records it this way, and make sure that I have the right passage. If you check out yesterday's episode, I lost my place a couple times. It's kind of comical. So, all right, here we go. Matthew chapter 9. Nor, continuing after the clothing comment, do they put new wine into old wineskins, or else the wineskins break, the wine is spilled, and the wineskins are ruined. But they put new wine into new wineskins, and both are preserved. Mark recorded Jesus as saying it this way in Mark chapter 2. And no one puts new wine into old wineskins, or else the new wine bursts the wineskins. The wine is spilled, and the wineskins are ruined, but the new wine must be put into new wineskins. And then Luke, he words it a little bit differently, with a little bit different nuance. And Luke recorded Jesus as saying it this way. And no one puts new wine into old wineskins, or else the new wine will burst the wineskins and will be spilled, and the wineskins will be ruined. But new wine must be put into new wineskins, and both are preserved. And no one, having drunk old wine, immediately desires new, for he says the old is better. All right, here's 90 seconds. So as I mentioned in our previous episode about new and old clothing, I actually have a brother who operates his own brewery, and I've talked to him about this previously about barrels for his beer and how that takes place, whether he reuses the barrels or gets new ones. And he says that he always gets new ones, because old ones, they might have a little funk to them. There might be some differences in flavor. I personally don't drink alcohol, so I don't really care. But I understand that what Jesus was getting at. Wine was a big deal where he was at in Nazareth and Judea, as it is today. You can go to the local gas station and buy beer and wine. And he makes an interesting point here that you don't put the new wine in the old wineskins. You put new wine in new wineskins, and both are preserved. And that's so you can't take new, and I take this to mean you can't take a new Christian and expect that new Christian not to be transformed and stay in their old habits and stay in their old being, their old state of being, their old bodies. Instead, they're going to be transformed in their mind, and they're going to start viewing things differently from a new lens, because they now have a new outlook and a new way of looking at things. So that's 90 seconds. I hope you got something out of this. Please, I'd love to hear some comments from you on this, because I'm not an alcohol drinker. I don't like alcohol, never really have. So I'm not familiar with the whole new wineskins, old wineskins, new beer barrels, old barrels kind of thing. So let me know your take. Maybe you do know more on this subject than I do. It'd be great. Leave your comments in the section provided, and check out the rest of the content on this series. So without further ado, don't take my word for it. Pick it up, read it for yourself, and may God richly bless you.